A lot to be proud of, and it all happened so fast, like it's hard to appreciate in the moment.
That is Iowa native and Indiana Fever star, and now Time's 2024 Athlete of the Year, Caitlyn Clark, looking back at a whirlwind year.
Caitlyn Clark has taken the basketball world by storm, but not in the way you might expect. At just 22 years old, this phenom has racked up accolades at a dizzying pace, leaving fans in awe and some
I see are the bees that are being dramatic about Caitlyn Clark. That's all I see. They try so long to get respect for women's basketball, and then they treat it like a junior high school girl's locker room. Junior high school girl antics on the court.
WNBA stars green with envy. From being named Time's Athlete of the Year to earning a spot on Forbes 100 Most Powerful Women and Forbes 30 Under 30 lists, her trophy case is overflowing. And to top it all,
Time magazine recognizes the monster impact Clark had on basketball, saying good luck naming another athlete who altered the trajectory of their entire team sport within 5 months on the job.
She's even been nominated for BBC Sports Personality of the Year. But while her meteoric rise is celebrated by many, others are casting shade, and their reactions will leave you speechless. Clark isn't just breaking records, she's redefining what's possible. With an astounding 62 points in a single WNBA.
I first want to start with Time magazine, Ari, and I think this is maybe the least surprising announcement of the year, that the Athlete of the Year for Time magazine is Caitlyn Clark.
NBA game. Her stats aren't just remarkable, they're legendary. But her impact goes far beyond numbers. She's revolutionizing women's basketball, silencing critics who once claimed the sport lacked excitement.
There's only one that can do what Caitlyn Clark did. Bring all those eyes. For pure basketball purists, there's nobody like her. Now, culturally, we can make an argument, but like on the court, what she did, and I don't know if you saw, Indiana Fever yesterday posted this clip of Caitlyn, and the caption was just her accolades, and it took 5 minutes to read, and I'm like, girl, do you want to chill at all? She doesn't know.
Zero. And listen, I think this is probably the easiest decision to make, right?
I've been able to captivate so many people who've never watched women's sports, let alone basketball, and turn them into fans, Clark proudly says. What sets Clark apart from other rookies isn't just her talent, it's her ability to elevate everyone around her. She's a catalyst for change, sparking renewed interest in the WNBA.
And turn them into fans.
We've never, ever seen somebody in this way capture an audience, capture a new audience, and be able to absolutely attribute real numbers and statistics to their popularity, right? Like 19 million people watching, and certainly
once struggling attendance figures are now history. Since her debut, ticket sales have soared, TV ratings have climbed, and merchandise is flying off the shelves. Her influence extends across the league, lifting not just her team but the entire sport.
We talk about ceilings a lot, but she created a new floor. So now we're going to look back. Even if it doesn't hit the numbers that it hit this season, the expectation is much higher. The interest is generally much higher. The investment is much higher.
Experts estimate Clark is responsible for 26.5% of WNBA revenue, a truly game-changing figure. Her impact hasn't gone unnoticed. Teammates, rivals, and even former critics have rallied behind her. Lexi Hull and Aaliyah Boston, her Indiana Fever teammates, have been vocal about her transformative influence, while veteran Tammy Fagbennell has showered her with praise. Outside the Fever, close friends like Kate Martin, Cameron Brink, and Sabrina Ionescu have also celebrated her achievements. Even Angel Reese's former coach, Kim Mulkey, put aside any rivalry to commend Clark's incredible talent. Caitlyn Clark is more than just a superstar, she's a movement.
We're bringing more and more fans to this league, people that have maybe never watched the WNBA before, and it kind of takes your breath away at points. Like
uniting the basketball community and proving that one player can indeed change the game. With her unprecedented success, she's not only rewriting the record books, but reshaping the future of women's basketball. The overwhelming support for Caitlyn Clark isn't just about her incredible skills on the court, it's about what she symbolizes for women's basketball. Her teammates and peers understand that her success is elevating the entire sport. They see the sold-out arenas, skyrocketing TV ratings, and surging merchandise sales. Clark isn't just winning games, she's winning hearts and transforming the landscape of the WNBA. This solidarity around her is fostering a culture shift, creating a more supportive environment where players celebrate each other's victories. This newfound unity could have lasting effects on the league's popularity and open up unprecedented opportunities for women in sports. However, not everyone is on board with Clark's rise to stardom. While many are cheering her on, a few corners of the WNBA are casting shadows. Success often breeds resentment, and some established stars are feeling sidelined by Clark's meteoric rise. It begs the question, who's feeling left out of the spotlight, and how far will they go to reclaim it?
I can describe it firsthand, having played her 2 years in a row in the playoffs. She's a generational talent. She's a young lady that you just can't take your eyes off of when you watch her play. And I know all of Iowa is proud of her, as they should be. And when we played her in the playoffs this year, I said, thank goodness I don't have to see you anymore. And that's about as high a compliment as I could pay a young lady.
Take Aya Wilson, for example. A superstar in her own right, Wilson raised eyebrows with her comments in Time magazine, sparking speculation about her feelings toward Clark's rapid ascent. Rumors also swirled that Wilson leaked details about turning down a lucrative contract offer conveniently just after news broke of Clark declining a similar deal. It seemed like a calculated attempt to shift attention back her way. Then there's Angel Reese, another rising star who appears determined to share the spotlight. Word on the street is that Reese's virtual
The amount of people that have showed up in the stadiums, from the viewership numbers to people really wanting to wear a WNBA player's jersey or buy their merch or whatever it is, or have their shoe. Just how it's evolved in such a short period of time, I think shows everyone, there is real opportunity here.
speaking fee mysteriously jumped to match Clark's rumored $100,000 price tag, a move that feels less like coincidence and more like competition. It's turning into a high-stakes game of anything you can do, I can do too. Amid this brewing drama, Caitlyn Clark remains poised. Despite dealing with public scrutiny and veiled digs, she's letting her performance on the court do the talking. But the drama doesn't stop there.
Wants to grow up and play in a league where you're targeted like that. How do you sit here and profess and demand that everyone take women's sports seriously when you can't even take it seriously enough to not act like a junior high queen on the court? It's stupid. That's so dumb. It looks like a soap opera.
WNBA legend Sheryl Swoopes entered the fray with sharp criticism of Clark's Time Athlete of the Year award, questioning the criteria and implying it wasn't a big deal, a pointed rebuke that left fans buzzing. This clash between Clark's trailblazing success and the perceived threats to established stars has turned into a real-life sports soap opera. On one side, Clark is breaking records and reshaping the game. On the other, seasoned players are scrambling to maintain their foothold. It's a showdown that has the basketball